When you think of this YouTube stuff, it's a relationship. I give to you, you then give to me by coming back. And if one of us doesn't do our job, then the whole thing crumbles. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. My name is Aaron Sinclair and welcome to the Media Moguls. Today we're going to be talking about consistency and why it should see you. So let me just start by saying this. It is important to be consistent. When I say that, it's important to be consistent with your family. It's important to be consistent with your health. It's also important to be consistent with stuff like posting. The reason I say this is, let's give you a scenario. There's this new TV show out on Netflix. It's amazing. You've watched the first episode, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the next one to come out. 2 months later, you haven't seen no episode 2, no promo, no when it's coming out. You feel deflated, right? This is the same thing that happens when you post or you're not consistent with your stuff. From working with agencies and stuff, one thing that they're very concise on is scheduling and timelines. It is so important because it puts a thing in people's head that, okay, on Tuesday, I'm gonna see this, and then it brings you back. But when you don't have that consistency, or when there's not that kind of scheduling, it's easy for us to fall out of alignment with that project. It's so easy for us to make connections with certain things in our life, but if we really enjoy something and we really connect with it, and then we're not left with information on how we can see it again or how we can know more about it, we then kind of just fall off and we don't care. And sadly, I've seen that happen with a lot of projects that I love. From when I was younger, there was a lot of amazing YouTube series that just didn't get finished. And I don't think they're ever gonna get finished. And it was a thing where I was so interested that I would be searching, looking online, no information. So what happens? You fall off, you don't care, you move on. And that's the biggest issue with content these days. For another example, a lot of people say, I'm starting a YouTube channel, follow me. It's amazing, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But then you go on their YouTube channel and there's no content. Or better yet, there's one video and then there's no more videos. And it just messes us up because you want to support or you might be interested in their content, but then when you go and look at it, there's no content, there's no consistency. And it's not to say that they've done it on purpose, but it's just a thing of they haven't planned or they don't know what they're doing. And like, a lot of people get stuck in, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, it's gonna be amazing, I'm gonna get 1,000 views and blah, blah, blah. But like, when it comes down to it, are you really ready to put that work in? Are you ready to put the hours in to make sure that every week there's a video? To make sure that when people are looking to check in for you, are you gonna be stepping up? Because when you think of this YouTube stuff, it's a relationship. I give to you, you then give to me by coming back. And if one of us doesn't do our job, then the whole thing crumbles. I could be here making YouTube videos and no one looks at my YouTube videos. And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I don't really want to make YouTube videos anymore because I'm not really getting anything from it. But then it's the same thing. If I don't make the YouTube videos in the first place, how can I expect people to even subscribe to me? Like, because I'm not being consistent. And I feel like it's a massive problem. By all means, start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram, start a podcast, but just know what you're getting into. It's a responsibility. I know in this day and age, everyone's like, well, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and I'm gonna blow and I'm gonna get a sponsorship. But think about it. What does that really mean? What does that entail? What sacrifices are you actually gonna have to do to make that happen? Real talk, a lot of people that start YouTube channels, they're not gonna finish them. And I know I say finish them like it's a book, but to finish a YouTube channel is to be consistent and just make stuff happen. Build an audience, make connections. It's like a real life relationship. Are you willing to make that relationship? Are you willing to be consistent? Are you willing to show up? Because that's really what it's about. It's about showing up week after week, being consistent and providing a service. Are you willing to do that? That's the questions you need to be asking yourself. But if you are willing to do that, just make sure that you schedule your stuff. You make sure you plan, you action, you make stuff happen. Don't be the person who says, well, I started, yeah, I started, like, start and continue to run. When you have momentum, you make things happen. Just build that momentum. There's great having intentions, but just make sure you run that race. Like, if you think about it, Usain Bolt, he's been running for years. He won his race in 10 seconds. He didn't get there by just starting. This is consistency and hard work. Hopefully this all kind of resonates with you. I would love to see more YouTube channels and I would love to see more creative content coming out. But do make sure that you're ready to make the necessary sacrifices, because if I believe in you and if your fans believe in you, you need to show up. It's just the truth. If you don't show up, we're not gonna show up, and then it's just a waste of everyone's time. But like I'm saying, I'm sure you're not a time waster, and even you're someone who has started and you stopped, pick the ball up again. Like, there's nothing to say you can't do it. I know I've spoken and I was like falling off and blah, 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 but like everyone falls off at one point or another. So if you know it's in you and you've started something and you just want to continue it, just do it. But you just have to build those relationships again. It's like life. We can't just drop things and pick them up and expect them to run fine. So hopefully this has been insightful. Once again, I'm not saying this to be a Debbie Downer or kill the mood, but like, I really want to see people succeed. And I know life is not easy, but sometimes you just got to say what it is. And this is something that's a problem. So I just want you guys to be the best you can do, and I just want to see you grow. Because like I said, I've been in different agencies and I've seen what it takes to make things successful. So I'm just here to just pass that information to you. So once again, do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I will tell you all the truth and I will not lie to you. Because my thing is like, I won't lie to you. I'm your uncle who's at the party that will tell you, yo, if you run across the road, you're gonna get knocked down, you know. I don't even know what that was, but yeah, cool. Anyway, my name is Aaron Sinclair. This is the Media Moguls, and I will catch you in the next one.